the problem with my drum track. I don't know if you can hear that. Up on the drum track. My computer, I rebooted it at 10 a.m. this morning. Okay, so here's the delay. I just hit the turn off button. So, click. Okay, stop. So, oh, and the timer. Let's see, just lost my timer. Okay, oh, there it is. All right, very good. And half of my text is missing. For whatever reason. Okay, there it is again. Anyhow, it's too hard to... Ergworks, how are you doing? I'm trying to wave at you, but they're asking me if you want me to cut you out. No. So, and it's 5 o'clock today, and my computer's still not working. So I think I'm going to reset the PRAM. What's that stand for? Prorated Random Access Memory. What was it? Oh, come on now. Another. I'm having a giant voodoo day, but having a fine art day. Look at this. Here's a canvas. So what I did was I put on a layer of book pages, these nice thick pages, and it keeps it. It's a nice flat surface there. And as you are aware, what I had to do is I had to stitch up this canvas because I had a nice gash in it. Oh man. Okay, 7 minutes. Okay, so I'll end this in about 5 minutes. Had a nice big gash in it, and so I had to sew that up. And I was worried that it would create a problem for when I do the palimpsest collage on the front. But this paper is so thick, this book page that I found. You know how they make these gathers of pages, and then they fold them, and then they sew them into the binding of the book? These pages are so thick that they can only do 2 at a time, just to give you an idea. Nice. And then I put some that musical notation over the front, and voila, there you go. And what I did is I took a wet sponge and I wore it down. So I take the paper off, leaving only the print, and it makes that nice overlapping palimpsest, as I like to say, pattern. And then the last, I'm going to do one more layer with some dazzletype or blueprint, as it's more popularly known. And then I'm going to get to painting on this surface. And again, I'm going to let the pattern do a lot of the heavy lifting for the painting. You know, put in a sky up here. It's going to be a building facade, a rather plain building facade with a few windows and pipes and so forth. Oh, and this one's going to be a little bit more organic because I'm going to have these trees, bare limbed trees coming in from the sides. So that's what's going on with this one. And also, I found this guitar in the street, okay? And I was going to mix it up. It's kind of a mini. And coincidentally or funnily or fortunately enough, cosmically enough, I found this guitar in the street as well. As you can see, the white one, the one that I'm painting white, is a little bit of a mini. Body is a bit smaller. You can see that. Neck is a bit shorter. not as many frets on it. But yeah, I found this one in the street too. I found this one in a dumpster. I quite like it. I need to clean up the electronics, but other than that, this one I was going to try to salvage as well, but it was just too much of a lost cause. It was sort of beyond, it was foobar. The tuning pegs were all bent. The tuning plate was sort of like missing screws and all rusted out. And the tone knobs and the pickups and so forth. It was just a mess. It had some weird whammy situation on here, but that was all like the spring was completely distended. And so I decided I'm just going to make a piece of art out of it. And I think I'm going to hang it up over the keyboard back here. You can see that. Or, if you would like this, I can put it on eBay or Etsy, whatever you like. So this is kind of fun. And what else is going on? Well, I've been listening to a lot of Napoleon Hill lately. Now, if you read his Wikipedia page, he's much maligned, but that doesn't detract from the fact that he has some pretty good advice regarding how to succeed in life. And who doesn't need a little bit more success? So we're gonna. Oh, and also I listened to the entirety of The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho on audiobook, and it was pretty fun. Pretty fun story. Nice imaginative story. I like it. So he ends up. The main character ends up is a shepherd, but an educated shepherd boy who's longing for travel and adventure. And so even though he was educated, he wanted to find a job where he could travel, and so that's why he became a shepherd. And he ends up crossing Strait of Gibraltar, getting to Tangier in Morocco, and then going over by camel in a caravan to Giza in Egypt. And yeah, it's cool. I recommend. I think it's cool. I mean, it's simple. It reminds me a bit. It's sort of it's mythic adventure. It's a bit of that call to action idea. So to round that out, let's read a page of Paulo or so. Les guerriers de la lumière luttent parfois avec qui il aime. The warrior of the light sometimes fights with those he loves. L'homme qui préserve ses amis n'est jamais dominé par les tempêtes de l'existence. The man who preserves his friends is never dominated by the storms of existence. Il a des forces pour surmonter les difficultés et aller de l'avant. He has the power to overcome these difficulties and to go forward. Très souvent, cependant, il se sent défié par ceux auxquels il tente d'enseigner l'art de la paix. Often, very often, however, he feels defied by those who he's trying to teach the art of the sword. Ses disciples le provoquent au combat. His disciples provoke him to combat. Eterno, comment ça va, monsieur? Merci d'être venu, hein? Ergox. Ergox. I'm not sure who you are. Ergox. I'm gonna check you out after we get out of here. And ses disciples le provoquent au combat. His disciples provoke him to combat. Et le guerrier montre ce dont il est capable. The warrior shows of what he's capable of. Et quelques coups, il envoie à terre les armes de ses élèves, et l'harmonie revient dans le lieu de réunion. So, in just with a few strokes, swipes, slashes, he sends the arms of his students to the ground, and the harmony returns to their place of gathering. Pourquoi faire cela si tu es tellement supérieur? Demande un voyageur. Why do you do that if you are really superior? Asked a voyager. Parce que, lorsqu'il me défie, il cherche en vérité à me parler et que, de cette manière, je maintiens le dialogue. Because when they are defying me, they're actually looking for truth, to speak to me of truth. In truth, they're trying to speak to me. And in this way, I maintain the dialogue. Responds the warrior. Okay, I gotta go. Hopefully, I will overcome this voodoo technology defiance. Ciao.